Um, I was accepted at the University of Michigan, and I stayed at the University of Michigan for 5 years. I was influenced there by a psychologist. He called himself a clinical psychologist, but he was very different from the other clinical psychologists of Michigan. His name was E. Lowell Kelly, and he was a methodologist, a pilot. I took a seminar from him very early in my career and grew to love him. And we had an apartment that wasn't very far away from his house. And after some time, I went over to his house on a regular basis, and he was building a sailboat in his basement. And I would hand him tools like a screwdriver or something, and we would talk about psychology. He got me my first job, which was at Stanford University, as a temporary replacement of somebody who was going on sabbatical. And then he came and gave a talk and got me my second year there, replacing somebody else. He also was instrumental in getting me my first permanent job, which was as an assistant professor at the University of Oregon, in Eugene, Oregon. Let's see. I was, during the time that I was at Stanford, I met a man who was setting out to start a center for basic research in the behavioral sciences in Eugene. His name was Paul Hoffman, and he and I shared an interest in judgment and decision making. And while I was at Stanford, he used to come to the Bay Area of the United States near Seattle all the time. And he came by our house, and I met him, and we got along well. And when I was offered my first professional job at the University of Oregon, he called me and said he had just set up this institute called Oregon Research Institute, and would like me to be a part of it. And I was a part of it virtually from the first day that I got to the University of Oregon until now. I still do science with people all over the world.